Idlib's residents knew the attack by their government was coming, just not when. The tank shells were so earth-shaking and relentless, locals began fleeing the stricken parts of the city. But shelter is hard to find when mortars take out entire sides of buildings. Syrian army tanks and armoured personnel carriers fire randomly and indiscriminately into the streets, and military helicopters armed with rockets fly overhead, acting as spotters for the tanks surrounding the city, more than 50 of them, backed up by artillery. On the ground, a tiny army of local volunteers, no terrorists here as the government claims, rally to defend their families. Through the walkie-talkie comes an update on the shelling. "Only Allah can help us now," responds the fighter. Another takes to his knees in prayer. "We have no one but you, Allah." They have too few rifles, scant ammunition, almost no powerful weapons. They're still learning how to improvise the rest. By chance, we're on the side of the city where the tanks are making inroads, street by bone-shaking street. Suddenly, it's not a good idea to be right there, but nowhere else feels safe either.
So this is what's raining down on Idlib right now.
This city of 140,000 is under siege. Destruction of property and lives is mounting. Desperate families consign their children to the care of strangers, to take them anywhere, as long as it's away from the shelling. Some children are not so fortunate. These pictures taken by activists are of two who were killed on Saturday by a tank round into their house. Adults too are going down. This man with a bullet in his abdomen does not have long to live. Elsewhere in the city, there's a sense of disproportionate and overwhelming force. A rifle is fired near our location, and we have to run again.
What the leaders of the uprising here have told us is that for every bullet fired by the fighters in the direction of the Syrian army forces, they return with tank fire. That's exactly what happened to us.
As night falls, Idlib's fighting men return to base to share what they have seen.
There was no targeting of the Free Syrian Army. They were shooting on civilians and their homes. They used tens, hundreds of shells. The humanitarian situation is very bad. The Red Crescent cannot cope with the number of casualties, but the main hospital is under the control of the regime. We can't go there.
There's little rest for these men defending their city from a force far greater than them. The next day they will do what they can once more as the net around the city grows ever tighter. Anita McNaught, Al Jazeera, Idlib City, northern Syria.